Hello, my dear. I just wanted to show you the car. It took me a minute because I had to peel the shipping plastic off. I'll show you. So it comes, the roof is covered. So see, like this one, completely covered in plastic. Like sides, the whole thing. So I peeled most of this one off so that you could get a look at the car. I love this color. I wish the sun was shining a little more so you could see it a little better, but it is a beautiful color. Dark sparkly gray. Ta-da! Okay, let's go on the inside. And I was completely wrong. The gray is gray, even though it says medium gray for interior color. It's pretty light, but that's a good thing because it keeps it a lot cooler. Like I said, I peeled a lot of the plastic off. Any of the white plastic that you see is just protective film. And I uncovered one of the seats so you can see it. It is a power seat. You do have the premium sound system. Ooh, and a sunroof. I know you had mentioned that you didn't want some of the unnecessary amenities, but there's a reason why it helps with the lease. So because it has those common features that people are more after, the residual value ends up being higher, which makes the lease payment lower, because it's going to hold its value better just because it has those things that people want. I know it sounds silly, but I don't make up the rules. But yeah, I wish I could. Oh, here we go. That way you can kind of see the steering wheel on the dash. This car has 7 miles. You really don't get much newer than that. And then this right here is your wireless phone charger. You have 2 different driver profiles and a guest. It'll save all your settings independently. Phone connection, navigation waypoints, preset radio stations, all your safety feature settings, literally everything. Temperature settings. I actually love these cars. I drove one for a while and I really enjoyed it. So right here, you're on the temperature controls right now. When you hit this button, it switches to the infotainment. So your volume and your tune knob, when you switch it, are also your dual zone temperature knobs. And if you hold your finger on this button right here, it opens up a little secret menu and you can have it default to one or the other. So I just had it default to the infotainment, which is the radio. So you go here, set your temperature, wait 4 seconds. Doink, switches right back over. And you can have it go either way, or not at all. You do still have plug holes, so you have a 12 volt, your data port, and then your fast charging port, as well as your wireless charger. Your heated seats are here. And then this button turns your backup camera on for funsies. It does come on automatically when you put it in reverse as well. Cup holders are adjustable, so you can move them out of the way. And then this little divider thing you can, this little divider thing you can actually take in and out. So if you wanted to have just more cubby space or have it more divided, just like that. So it's in shipping mode. That's nothing to worry about. Where do I start? There's so many things in this. It does have rain sensing wipers, so the faster it rains, the harder the wipers will wipe. And if it's not raining, they don't wipe. You do have navigation, as well as Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. I prefer my own maps versus theirs, but you have a split screen, so you can do 2 things at once. Compass, clock, your hybrid info, I'll get into that in a second, and then a mini map in case you want to use the big side for something else. So now when you go here, so you have your hybrid button. Whoops. Hybrid button. So it'll actually show you what the car's doing. So right now the motor's running to charge the battery, so you have the yellow lines charging the battery. When you're driving, you'll have blue lines coming from the battery and from the motor to the wheels, and then from the wheels charging the battery as well. So you can actually see what it's doing, because it's such a smooth transition that you don't feel it doing what it's doing. It's just all done and you don't have to worry about a thing. When you hit media, you have all your different media sources. It has sounds of nature, which I think is probably one of the cutest things they put in these cars. Forest noises. Birds tweeting. And then you have ocean waves. That literally sounds like a dude running down the street, and whatever they think the universe sounds like. And of course, rain. And then there's a whole bunch of other ones that have some like classical sounds mixed in with some atmospheric sounds. But when you hit media, you have your Bluetooth, your Android Auto, your Apple CarPlay, Sirius XM, AM, FM, the usual stuffs. Radio is your radio, so that's what your radio screen looks like. Whoa! Someone was cranking. So that's what your radio screen looks like, and then you switch the band up here. But yeah, see what I mean by the plastic though? There's like literally a sticker on every single button, which is nice because it doesn't get dirty in shipping. And then this looks a little bubbly. That's because there is plastic here that needs to come off. But I'm gonna give you a quick little rundown of the car. That's the back seat covered in plastic. Honestly, you don't get much newer than this. And then these are touch, which I think is probably one of the coolest things. It's the little things that amuse me. I'm a simple person. And then you have forward collision, lane assist, blind spot detection, adaptive cruise control, lane centering. You have different drive modes that change the way the car performs. So sport mode is more get up and go. Eco mode is best on gas. The usual. So you can have a glimpse in here. I actually like the lighter interior because it kind of breaks up the monotony. It's actually super pretty. It would be prettier if it wasn't covered in plastic, but I do apologize. Ooh, the sun's starting to shine. You can kind of see the color a little bit. It's so pretty. And then you do have the power tailgate, and it is a hands-free power tailgate. When you walk up to the trunk, the taillights will blink. If you stand here for a second, it'll open all by itself. That way you don't have to worry about kicking your foot or standing on one foot while your hands are full. Under here you have your tire inflation kit, and that big black thing is actually part of the sound system. This whole platform actually goes down on this lower track here and gives you like another 6 inches of depth in the trunk. At this point, it's level when you lay down the seats, like so. Let me get you a good view like this. Then lay that down so you can see with all the seats down. I will say, you know those big 2-wheel wheelbarrows? I had fit one in here just like this. It's the only way I could get it home. Very glad I had the car at the time. But that is the Kia Niro. Oh, it's not green, I promise. It's just more shipping plastic. Like that. She's a pretty car. I don't know many cars you can get almost 60 miles per gallon. Anyway, my cell phone number is 603-294-3506. If you need anything, call or text me anytime. I really don't mind. We'll talk soon.